This happened because of the internet. So sometimes this kind of internet is a big challenge for all of us. So I welcome you all again for this session where actually you'll be able to learn that how a career planning can be done. And this particular session is for the people who are actually into engineering, who are fresh engineers who are looking for a job, or the engineers who are already in a job but they are not satisfied with their career, so that I can help them what should be the planning for a career and how they can actually grow in their whole career. If you are a engineer who is freshly passed out from your college, if you are an engineer who is actually looking for a job, if you are an engineer who is already in a job but not very satisfied with the job and you want to understand how the job can be made into a better profitable career, so this seminar is basically for them only. And if you are a parents and your kids are also into the college and who are actually planning for a career to become an engineer, you can also stay till the end and to understand how this particular planning for a career can be done. So I want to know all of you how you are actually, from which place you have actually joined, so that I can know, and which is your basic qualification, like whether you are into like BTech, BE, electronics, diploma holder, you have some experience or something like that. That would be good. Yeah, nice. Okay. Great, great. Thank you. Thank you. So this is what I see. There are a lot of people from almost a lot of places, and more are joining us. So you will be able to understand the whole training program is basically being curated as per the need of the audience only. So it's not a fixed plan. This is always going to happen every week. So if you are uh, trying to understand something, you can always send it in the chat box, so I can always answer your queries also. Or in case you want to know more also, you can connect with me over email also, you can connect with me via my website also. So I'm always available to provide you the help on this particular thing. So moving ahead, we have to now discuss and understand what is a career, because this is the biggest question with a lot of the people, that what they say is, I want to have a very good job, I want to have a big career, I want to earn some money and all those things. So the problem is that people still don't know what is a career. Career is a something which is more of a long term process, and where the people should be knowing where they are actually be after almost 20 or 30 years of their life. So that is called a career. Job is just a instantaneous thing. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to run through a small presentation where you can actually see and understand what is a career and what is a job and how you plan for it. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, now what we have here is, we are actually now discussing career planning. So how can you plan a career in the beginning itself? Because this is something which is the most important thing that every mature person has to take care of. So you should be knowing that a career planning has to be done as soon as possible. Now, what do you understand about a career? This is what I want to know. Please give in your comments, what do you understand about a career? Based on your understanding, I'll be able to explain you how the career is. What do you understand with a career? Okay. Yes. Okay, I'm getting a lot of inputs here from you. Uh, yeah, great. So I see money. Yeah, most of them are in money. So I see a lot of people are saying that if you are able to earn money, that's a career. Yeah, perfectly already. I can understand. I can resonate with this thing. Money is there. Job, yeah, or something that you are going to do is also a career. So whatever the job that you do across the time is also a career. Yeah, perfect. Then we have a lifestyle. Yes, lifestyle is there because people want to understand that they don't want to earn money or have a job, but they want to have a lifestyle. So that is also part of a career only. Then happiness, yes, it's most important because you should be happy. You should feel happy about it, and there should not be anything that whatever the kind of the money that you earn or whatever kind of the lifestyle is there, until unless you are not happy, uh, that is not the completion of the life. So that's also part of career. You want a luxury, so you want a luxurious also. So some, there are some people who have got happiness, they have got a lot of money and all those things, but they still need the luxury. So luxury can also be part of a career. Now here what it means is, so there are definitions. So you people have got a different definition, that you have 4 5 definitions that you are given to me, and the other are also coming up. So there are possibility of having different definitions, but all those definitions actually bring out to one single level, that you should be having something, that you should be earning something, you should be having some kind of a lifestyle, you should be having some kind of a happiness factor included into this. So all combined actually are called a career. So you have to focus on all of them. So it depends. Sometimes for some people, money could be more important. For some people, a job could be more important. Some people, the happiness could be more important. Some people just want to have a luxury or something like that. It's all your choice. So it's always personal choice. So there are many definitions, but yes, end of the day, they all go back to all these five, six things combined together over there. Now, any kind, all of your you are having some people who are senior to you in your family. You have people who are actually senior to you in the career, in the companies. A lot of friends are there, your relatives are there, who are actually going to give you advice about a career. So what advices that we get maximum is always choose a prestigious career. So this particular line is very prestigious. You become an IAS officer, you become an IPS officer, you join corporate company, that's perfectly all right. So you choose a prestigious career. That is what we tell. We also tell that this career which will give you the most money, you go and join this particular MNC. They are paying, like the Google is paying many $1,000 per month. So go and join it. So that is one of the areas where the senior people will tell you, like, jaiye jaake paisa kamaiye. So you earn lot of money. That's also a career. Some people who are basically retired people, specifically who are into government, will say, "Hey, go for a safe path. Get into some government job. Take it the job. It's a simple, safe job. Work for 20, 30 years, get retired, have some savings, bank balance, and perfectly all right life." So that is also one of the way looking at that. So that is also one advice that you normally get it. Then there are a lot of things, like the people who have already struggled in their life for the whole thing. So what they say is the job is just a job. So work isn't meant to be fulfilling. So that is also what we answer. Okay, भाई नौकरी करनी है, नौकर की ते नखरा की वाली सिचुएशन है, तो जॉब है, करना है, काम करना है. So that is also a career advice. And so, like one of your cousins is having this kind of a job, he's doing very good, so you should be joining that particular job. Or so and so, your cousin is having this kind of job, but he or she doesn't likes that job, so you should never do that job. So there is a possibility you get so many career advices from different people. So they have a different things, different ways coming up. Now, first of all, we need to understand that a career and job are different. A problem is that we mix up both the things together. Sometimes what we do is we add up that career is a job, or we mix up that job is a career, but basically both are different things. Now I will explain how both are different. First of all, the jobs can be temporary. So it depends on kind of a person you are, or the kind of the support that you have. The jobs can be temporary. So sometimes what happens is you can have a job, or you are working together on some particular partial basis for a few hours, like a taxi driver. So it can be a job, but it cannot be a career. So if you are an engineer and you want to aspire to be an engineer, you're working for that, but you are also parallelly working on a, say, ice cream parlor, or you are parallelly working on a say store, or you're working driving a taxi or some delivery or something like that. That's a job for you, but that's not a career. So it's a temporary job that you have it for 1 year, maybe 6 months, or whatever the time it is. So jobs can always be temporary. Jobs can be different, so it depends on the kind of the job that you are getting. So there is a possibility that you are studying hard today, you are doing some masters, or you are doing some engineering, and you are helping your parents, you are helping your society, you are earning some kind of a pocket money for yourself. So the jobs can be different. Okay, so there is no possibility that the career you are looking at as an engineer, but the job might be something different in the beginning itself. So it's not permanent. That's why it's a different one also. So they can be part-time also. So career is always a full-time. The jobs can be part-time. So you can have 3 hours job, you can have 4 hours job, depending on the place where you're working, depending on the work that you're working. That is what you have to see. So they can be part-time. But the major difference between a career and a job, which has been highlighted here, is career is of long duration and may consist of various different jobs across the timelines. What it means is you can have different jobs, different jobs for few timelines. Some might be for 6 months, some might be for a few years, some might be for a decade. It depends. But combination of all the jobs across your timeline is called a career. So that is what you have to be aspiring for. You should not be worried about a job, you should be worried about a career. So whatever kind of the job you have today, or whatever kind of the focus that you have, you should be focusing what you will be after 20 years from now. So that is a career. So always target, my advice to everyone is always target that you need to be targeting 20 years from now. Don't target 1 year from now, 6 months from now, that so and so person is earning this much, after we are getting that this company is hiring and they are paying look like anything, just go and join it. No, focus on where you will be after 20 years. Yeah. Yes, me. Yeah, this kind of questions come. Basically, what I see from people is they say that ki they don't have a job right now, so whatever the job comes their way, they just join it. Perfectly all right. There is nothing wrong in it because that is the way the job market scenario is. What we have seen is there are a lot of people who are not having a job, and they don't have any support mechanism also. So they join odd jobs. They drive a taxi. They become a delivery boy. They work on a store. They help somebody to earn some kind of money so that they can actually support their families, their own education, and all those things. Perfectly all right, but they have to target something 20 years from now. So, first of all, they should be thinking that they should be joining those jobs which are temporary in nature so that they can support, which is the basic requirement for them. They have to get some kind of money, they will be able to sustain themselves. So, sustenance jobs are always temporary in nature, but you have to focus for next 20 years that what kind of the job that you are going to join after 1 year, 2 years, 6 months down the line, so that after 20 years you are actually in different position. So that's more important. So career has to be focused, and it should be divided into different innings. We are playing games. So we play in India, we play cricket. So cricket, we have got the different innings. So after, if every 5 years you change the way you are going to work, but you target the whole thing after 20 overs, like T20. Just it happened, unfortunately India lost into that, but that's the way the games are. You always plan for that particular thing. So you have like 5 years inning, 5 years inning, 5 years, divide into that, and see, first 5 year you are just going to do some kind of odd job so that it can sustain you as an individual. Next 5 years you are going to learn some new skills and all those things so that you can actually sustain as an engineer. And after that you start booming up your career, and after 20 years you'll be in a very good position. So that is the way the career planning has to be done. Don't get desperate that you have to start only from day one. You have to start whenever you just wake up. So जब जागे सब सवेरा. That is the way the career has to be. It cannot be like कि जी मैं अभी 2 साल और सोचूंगा उसके बाद में देखूंगा. Start planning for your career immediately. Now this is the question which is coming: how to start and when. This is a big question. When we should start? It doesn't mean like people are actually studying and then they say that we should plan the career once the study overs, or they are doing something, they want that it should be completed only then I'm going to start. No, that is not it. What I say, there is no time frame. Early is always better. So the day you get born, or you understand, you are into senses, or your parents, you have see your kids are understanding something, you plan for their career in the beginning itself. So that is most important. I know we need to have the kids their own life. They should be growing, they should be enjoying life perfectly all right, but that happens up to the age of 12 years, 15 years. That's it. After 15 years, the focus has to be brought into the life, because after that, that's the real thing happens. If we are not focused enough, we are not going to reach there. So that is the time. So technically, you people are all engineers, so you are either first year or final year students, or either you are having 1 year or 2 year of experience. Better start job hunting. It's very important, because that is the way the career planning has to be done. Best way is to catch them young, as the companies also say, start planning early. So this is what I said. Your kids are there, they want to have a planning, so start planning as early as possible, because early bird catches the worm. It's pretty simple, because until unless you don't get up early in the morning, you will not be able to get the worms, because the other birds will actually get the worms. So start early, then definitely you can enjoy the life. Now there are also different. What happens is, once you start early now, because I see in the whole life itself and the career also, there are a lot of things happening. Sometimes you get a good job, sometimes you get a bad job, sometimes there are lean patches, sometimes there are bad patches, sometimes it's a good patches. You just skyrocket the things will not be same for a very continuous period of time. So if you start early, you are actually able to understand how you are actually coping with the requirement of the market, how you are actually getting trained, how you are getting some kind of a knowledge from them, and how are you going out. So that is very important. So you will be doing a lot of trial and error. You will be having a lot of time with you to do a lot of permutation and combinations. So few of the things will be working, few of the things may not be working. So there is a possibility of things happening with you. But my advice is, do start early, because as you start early you will make mistakes, but the mistakes will not be very costly with your time, because you'll be able to change those mistakes. You'll be able to do a lot of things into this. So this is my advice, that you start early as possible as well. So my recommendation, plan whenever you start thinking. So अभी उठे हैं, आंख खुली है और जी करियर नहीं बना हुआ, don't worry about that. Just put up a paper, see that after 20 years where do you want to be. Just put it on there, and then put it on the backside, like every 5 years, how you are going to reach this. So next 20 years, you want to be like a CEO of some particular company, just write it there. So that is the way to start. And after that, then you should start working on that. How are you going to plan for this? Like you want to have some kind of specialized training, you want to have a mentor, you want to join some company which is actually which can help you to grow. So that is the way. So wherever you want to be 20 years from now should always be there as a target. And in 5 years, 5 years, 5 years down the line, so you have got 4 5 years plans coming up, and then you should be knowing what are you going to do there, how you are going to do there, how are you going to achieve that, and just put it in a bulleted form. Take advice from the senior consultants who are there. Take advice from your parents, take advice from your friends, seniors, whosoever are there, so that they will help you how you are going to plan, how are you going to go about your life for next 20 years, so that after 20 years you reach to the goals that you have already set in. So I have answered, I hope I have answered most of your queries. You can now ask any type of questions that you want to, so that I will be answering all of those questions. uh, Meanwhile, I'm also doing one thing. Give me a minute. I'm just going to change. Meanwhile, you actually think about all the questions and whatever that you have in the mind. You can just put it in the chat box, so that I will, I will just have a look at it, and I will be answering that. And I'm also going to share a few links with you, so that today's training, you can just give me a review on this, so that in case you feel that there is a you want to change something, you want something new, just let me know. So that what I will do is I will add up those things for you, and you can just give me a review. So my request is, go to this link. This link is a very simple link. Just go there, give us a review, whatever you feel. So I would request that to give us a 5-star review, but yeah, it's your choice. Whatever you want to give it, we will let you know based on this. And this is the way, the feedback. And your feedback is very important to us, because until unless you don't give us the feedback, we'll not be able to improve on the things, the content that has to be there. So this is the way. And to continue on this, I also want to bring to your notice that we are conducting weekly trainings, and these are free of cost. So we are not charging anything for the weekly trainings. For those weekly trainings, also you have to register. So they happen only on the weekends, and the timings and all those things also is given in pre-appearance. So I'm just putting a link for that also, so that you can just go and register on those weekly training things, so that I will be able to send you those details, and whenever those trainings are happening. So we want the people who are action takers. So if you are an action taker, I'm very sure you are actually going to register for this. And first week, we are just covering very basics. It's a basically 6 weeks training that we have. It's a standard training. But after 6 weeks, you'll be very confident enough to actually take care of your interviews, whatever you want to take care of. And if you are not able to understand the facts, we have a different team who can help you out to understand, be up on the team. But this is the way you are going to go. Okay. Yeah, nice. Fine. Thank you. Thank you. So we are now going to conclude. This session is now over. It was meant for 20 minutes, so we have already exceeded the time. But I thank you all for your timings. And in case something else, you can just write an email directly to me, or you can reply to the emails which have already gone to you via webinar. And this webinar is also recorded. So wherever you have registered that page, you can go to page, and you will see a replay button is also there. So that is also available for you. Thank you. Bye bye.